Guys, second video, weight loss. Here we go. This one's gonna be more of a tip video. I just want to give you a few simple life hacks to kind of help you when you're losing weight. This is really just gonna be completely on you. 3 simple habits you can use that, as long as you keep them in mind, you're gonna lose some weight. And the very first tip that I'm gonna give you is not sarcastic. It is actually, I'm being 100% serious. When you sit down to eat, stop overeating. Stop eating past the point where you feel full. It is something everybody does. We reach for the next slice of pizza even though we're not hungry. We have a few more chips. We get an extra scoop of guacamole, even though we're done. This one is something like our animal brain wants to do, right? Because back in the day when we didn't have a full meal all the time, our brains want us to continue to eat, to take in as many calories as we can. Well, in today's society, we have an excess of calories everywhere. We can eat as much as we want if we really want to, and our brains don't know how to shut that off. You need to be conscious of this. So next time you're having a meal, when you start to hit that point of like, oh, I'm actually full, stop. Just cut it off right there. Look at it, put the fork and knife down, or wash your hands off and be like, I'm done. Put your stuff in the fridge. And if that isn't gonna work, here, I'll show you something else. If your plate size usually is this big, grab a plate that's this big instead, okay? Switching up the plate size is definitely gonna help you to stop overeating. It's a simple little thing you can do, and it goes a million miles. When you're full, put everything down, stop eating. Keep that in your head for the rest of your life, especially if you're kind of a chronic overeater. Like, oh man, I had 2 extra slices of pizza. Man, I had a roommate. This boy would just not stop eating even though he was so full. Man, this guy would go into a coma for 2 hours after every meal because he would just overeat and overeat. So if that's something you have a tendency towards, just right here, stop it, okay? Number 2, and this is gonna kind of piggyback off my last point, it's to slow down how fast you eat. Our whole body is connected through our nervous system, and some of the foods that we've created nowadays are designed that we can eat them very fast. A lot of these foods fill up our stomach, but by the time that our stomach sends an alert to our brain saying, okay, we're full, stop eating, we've already ate way more than we need to. So a way to mitigate this is to just slow down how fast you eat. If you notice you're just scooping food in your mouth really quick and you're not really paying attention, take a minute and just be like, oh, all right, I'm gonna take a little breather before I start to eat again, just to see how my stomach feels. Like, really, a lot of this is gonna come down to being very conscious of what's going on and how our eating habits happen. But keeping this in mind, this is something actually people in Japan do. They do not eat fast, they eat very slowly, unless you're a sumo wrestler or Goku. And I can't speak on it, but people link Japanese eating habits to long vitality in life. So I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna live longer, I'm just saying be conscious of how you eat, and this will go a long way in your weight loss journey, building these little tiny habits that can help you lose weight. And the last one, and I'm sure everybody's aware of it, but maybe you do it and you don't realize it, so I'm gonna bring it out. Stop eating when you're bored. When you get bored, or even if it's like a habit, like maybe when you watch Netflix, you love to have popcorn all the time. No, stop. The only time you should be eating is when your stomach is like, hey, I'm hungry, I need some calories, right? Not when you're bored. Don't walk over to the fridge, open it up and like look for stuff, because you're not hungry, you're just bored. Go do something, go for a walk, expend some energy or something, but don't eat because you're bored. Funny enough, a lot of the time people tend to confuse dehydration and thirst with hunger. Some of the foods that we commonly eat have a lot of water in it. So if you feel like you might be hungry and you're not really sure, drink a glass of water. And if after that glass of water you still feel hungry, then eat something. But if you're just perusing around the fridge and looking for something to eat because you're bored, cut it out. Hide the sweets, hide the snacks, or get rid of them. Little sweets, little snacks here and there, not an issue. Especially like a little bit after a meal or maybe with coffee. I love to have like chocolate with my coffee. It's just a thing I like. But like having chips for no reason is just not helping you, Like if you're gonna sit and work on your computer and eat chips, it's like not necessary. You're not hungry, It's just the animal part of your brain, like more calories for no reason. So try to be cognizant of this. It's not helping you lose weight. So remember these 3 tips. That will help you lose weight. Okay? So, you know, I gotta run through this YouTube stuff every time. If you liked it, you liked it. You know, hit the button. It doesn't hurt. If you don't, tell me why, and then hit the dislike button. If you just hit the dislike button, I don't know what your problem is, you know, coward. Share it with somebody that could use these tips. I like to keep it nice, simple, brief, and easy to remember. Hopefully this can help you guys out. If you're on that weight loss journey, next video, we're gonna talk about something less diet related and more physical. So let's get into that in the next video. See you guys next time.